Here's the biggest mistakes I see brands make with their email campaigns. They try to accomplish everything in one single email. New product launch, sales announcements, brand stories, all with 3 different CTAs in one single email. New product launches, sales announcements, and brand stories, and 3 different CTAs all crammed into one message. When you give people multiple options, they choose none. This is called decision paralysis, and it's costing you thousands in revenue every month. Your subscribers' attention is about 8 seconds. If they can't immediately understand what you want them to do, they're gone. Every profitable email campaign starts with one clear goal. Not 2 goals, not 3 goals, just one. Are you trying to drive traffic to a new product? Are you trying to generate sales for an existing item? Are you trying to re-engage inactive subscribers? Pick one and then build everything around that single objective. Here's our goal hierarchy for email campaigns. Primary revenue goals: drive sales, clear inventory for slow-moving items, promote limited time offers, upsell existing customers. Then we have secondary engagement goals: build brand awareness, educate about product benefits, share company updates, and gather customer feedback. We recently worked with a fitness brand that was sending newsletter type emails, covering new products, workout tips, and also company news all in one message. We split this into a focus campaign, one for product launches and then one for workout education, one company update. End result, the product focused email alone generate 3 dollars. We worked with a fitness brand that was sending newsletter emails covering new products, workout tips, and also company news all in one message. The revenue per email was about $847. We split this into focus campaigns, one for product launches, one for workout education, one for company updates. End result, the product focused email campaign generated alone $3,200. It was the same list, same product, but a laser focused message. But I have so much to share with my customers. I totally get it. Here's the thing: when you focus on one goal per email, you can actually send more emails. Instead of one confusing message, send 3 focused ones. Your total revenue will be higher and your customers will actually engage with your content. And having a clear goal means nothing if you're sending it to the wrong people. Most brands either don't segment at all, or they created 47 different segments that are impossible to manage. Both approach leaves money on the table. Sending the same email to someone who bought yesterday and someone who never made a purchase is using the same pickup line on your spouse versus someone like a stranger. The message that works for one will completely fail for the other. Complex segmentation sounds smart, but it's usually just procrastination disguised as strategy. The brands that are making the most money from email uses simple, actionable segments that they can actually manage. These segments every profitable email campaign needs. Here are the 3 segments every profitable email campaign needs. Segment 1, recent buyers, 0 to 30 days. These people just purchased, they're on their honeymoon phase with your brand. This is perfect for upsell opportunities, complementary products, and premium offerings. You usually don't want to discount to this group because they'll pay full price. And then we have segment 2, engaged non-buyers. They open emails, click links, visit your site, but haven't purchased yet. These people need social proof, urgency, and often a small incentive to push them over the edge. Then we have segment 3, VIPs. These are your customers that purchase 3 times from you or just have high lifetime value in general. Your best customers deserve special attention. So remember, this is where you want to provide them with early access. Exclusive products, higher touch service. These emails should make them feel like insiders, not just another email address that you have. In Klaviyo, create these simple segments using these filters. Recent buyers, people that have placed order at least once in the last 30 days. For your engaged non-buyers, set up your filter to people that open your email at least once in the last 60 days and has placed 0 orders over all time. For your VIP customers, this is your definition: place order at least 3 times over all time or has total lifetime value over $500. And even the best segmentations won't save you if your offer doesn't make people want to buy. Here's what most brands get wrong about email offers. They think it's all about the discount percentage. Should I do 15% off or 20% off? That's amateur thinking. And that's why their profit margins keep shrinking. So when you compete on price, it means you're attracting discount seeking customers. Plus, you train your list to only buy on sale, which will destroy your full price sales. The most profitable email offers aren't just about discounts. They're about value perception and psychological triggers. You want people buying because they can't resist your offer, not because it's cheap. Match your offer type to your audience goal and audience segment. For new subscribers, you can offer them a first-time buyer discount. That's usually 10 to 50% off. Then you have free shipping threshold. There's bonus product with purchase, educational bundles, and then also an educational bundle. For engaged non-buyers, you can send content angles such as social proof, plus a small incentive. There's limited time exclusive access, and then also bundle deals that increases your perceived value. You can also try a last chance or urgency play. And then for recent buyers, content angles you can use is complementary product recommendations, upgrading, or premium versions of what they already have. Then there's loyalty program enrollment. Then there's loyalty program enrollment, referral incentive as well. Then you'll have your VIP customers. For VIP customers, content angles you can use is early access to new products, exclusive colorways or variants, a higher tier service option, lastly, some invitation only events or content. So how do you actually create irresistible offer? So it's all about the copy. A general offer is 20% off everything. So to craft an irresistible offer, try this. Instead of the 20% off everything, try the complete skincare system. Everything you need to achieve clear skin in X days in one bundle, or in one bundle plus free fast shipping. How do we create a irresistible flash sale offer? So instead of just flash sale, you can always try something like 48-hour exclusive. This skincare serum that will clear your skin in 24 hours. Only 127 available. But don't people want to save their money? Sure, but they also want to solve problems. So when you're framing discounts, frame them as a bonus for taking action on something that they already want, not as the main reason to buy. But here's the thing, the best offer in the world won't matter if your email copy doesn't make people want to click. Writing emails, they'll help you get clicks. Most email copy reads like a corporate press release. Super boring, blah, blah. If you want clicks, you need to write like you're talking to a friend who's genuinely interested in solving their problems. The reason why most email copy fail is because brands write email to impress, not to connect. They use fancy words, corporate speak, and feature-focused language that puts people to sleep. Your customers actually don't care how smart you sound. They care about what's in it for them. The emails that generate the most click follows a simple 3-part structure that taps into basic human psychology. So first is hook. This grabs the attention with curiosity, controversy, or just a bold statement. This determines if they keep reading or will delete immediately. So here's an example. Sarah tried 12 different solutions before finding one that works. Most people think you can't make money from email marketing, but here's why they're wrong. Then we have part 2, story and problem. In this part, you create emotional connection by telling a specific story or highlighting a specific problem your reader faces. You want to make it personal and also relatable. Then we have part 3. This is your solution/CTA. You present your product as the obvious solution and then give one clear CTA or call to action. Don't bury your CTA. You want to make it impossible to miss. So how do you actually write conversationally? So write like you're explaining something to a friend over coffee. Use you or I language. Ask questions, use short sentences and paragraphs, and if it sounds like something you'll actually say out loud, you're on the right track. So here's an example. So before, we're excited to announce our new premium skincare line featuring advanced peptide technology and clinically proven ingredients designed to target multiple signs of aging. So me transforming this copy into a conversational style. Remember how your skincare looked 5 years ago? Sarah does. That's why we spent the last 6 months testing everything to find one ingredient that actually turns back the clock. Here's what she discovered. So in the body, use specific numbers. 3 ways, 4 ways is usually better than several ways. Create urgency authentically. Only 47 left. Beats limited time offers. Also, you want to address objections directly. I know that you're probably thinking XXX and explain why that objection doesn't matter. But even with the most compelling email copy, won't get read if your subject line doesn't get an email open in the first place. So let's talk subject lines. So your subject line is the email's first impression, last chance, and the only shot at getting opened. If you mess this part up, it doesn't matter how brilliant your email copy is or the design, nobody will actually see it. Most emails write subject lines that are either boring, something like newsletter 47 or something, or try very hard to clickbait. Something like, you won't believe what's happening next, and then expect people to open it and not get mad. Both approaches trains your audience to ignore your emails. You don't want that. The subject lines that consistently gets open taps into curiosity, urgency, also personal benefit without sounding like spam. They feel like messages from your friend, not just marketing blasts you get from some random company. There's some proven frameworks you can use to generate subject lines. So Formula 1, curiosity gap. So this is where you want to talk about a specific result, some unexpected things, surprising truth, or just one thing that your target audience never thought of. So let's talk about a specific example. So we can use a subject line that talks about, the weird tricks that'll help you lose weight in the New Year's. So Formula 2. So this is your urgency play, but you want to make it real. So some super simple ones are only 47 left in stock, or X product expires tonight. Then we have personal benefit. Talk about how to achieve your desired results within a time frame. So how to lose 10 pounds of weight in 60 days, or the faster way to breathe better in 90 days. Something else you can talk about is number of ways you can get to a specific result. So 10 ways to be able to jump higher, 5 ways to increase your vertical to 5 inches. Formula 4 is social proof. Formula 5, we have controversy. So this is exactly how you A/B test your subject line on every single campaign. So you want to A/B test your subject lines with every campaign. Send version A to 50% of your test list and version B to another 50% of your test list. And then depending on which is the winner gets sent to pretty much 80% of the total list. Small improvements in open rate compounds into massive revenue increases over time. So some common subject line mistakes that you probably want to avoid is don't use all caps or excessive punctuation. It screams spam. You want to avoid words like free, urgent, act now that triggers filters. You also don't want to make promises in your subject line that your email content can't deliver. You want to keep it under 50 characters for mobile optimization. Timing is also very important for email marketing. If you send the perfect email with the perfect subject line at 3 a.m. in the morning, you probably won't get that great of results. So section 6 is all about timing. Most brands send emails whenever it's convenient for them, not when their customers are actually actively on the phone. Most brands send emails whenever it's convenient for them, not when their customers are most likely to engage. That's like opening a restaurant only when you feel like cooking. Your customers have routines. They check email at specific times, shop on certain days, and make purchase decisions when they're in the right mindset. Send your emails when they're distracted or busy, and even great content get ignored. So the best days for e-commerce is Tuesday through Thursday for promotional emails. Sunday evening, you can send things like value or educational content. Fridays for weekend related products. You want to avoid Mondays and Saturdays, just because usually on Saturdays, people are probably out with family. People will probably still check emails, but a majority will probably not. And then on Mondays, there's usually inbox overload. So you want people to catch up from emails on the weekend before we actually target them with more emails. And the best time is 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. This is your mid-morning coffee break. People are usually getting coffee, taking a mid-break, probably scrolling their phone. And next we have 2 to 3 p.m. This is your post-lunch. Again, people are checking their phones during lunchtime, when they're eating, taking a mid-lunch break. And then 8 to 9 p.m. This is your evening wind down. This is just the industry average, but I don't want you to be copying industry averages. Test with your specific audience. Send the same emails at different times and then track the open rates, click rate, and also the revenue. Your audience might be different. So depending on who you're selling to, that will depend on your timing. So for example, BDP customers, they're probably most active from Monday through Fridays, 9 to 5 p.m. Parents, probably on Sunday evenings when their kids is in bed, or in the early morning when their kids are still sleeping. Young professionals are probably grinding at work and usually have a break in the evening and then also enjoying their weekends. Retirees, they're probably available mid-mornings or early afternoons because they're retired. They're probably at home. They're not working. Example we had is a fitness supplement brand was sending all their emails at 9 a.m. on Tuesday. We tested different times, found their audience was actually most engaged at 7 p.m. on Sundays, right when people are planning their week and thinking about some health goals. Same email, different timing. 34% increase in revenue per send. Look at your email analytics and identify when your audience is most engaged. Test sending times with the same emails at 3 different times to a small segment. Schedule your most important campaigns for your highest engagement windows, and then use automation to send at optimal times for different time zones. But here's where most brands stop. They send one email and hope for the best. The real money is in what happens next. Here's a shocking stat. Only 2 to 3% of people buy from your first email. That means 97% of your potential revenue walks away if you don't have follow-up. Most brands send one email and then wonder why their conversion rates are so low. People don't buy immediately for dozens of reasons. They probably got distracted, wanted to think about it, forgot to come back, or needed to check in with their spouse. None of these reasons means you're not interested. They just need another touch point. The brand's making serious money from email sends strategic follow-up sequences that addresses different objections and motivation. It's not just an email sending them asking if they've seen the last email. It's a coordinated campaign. So here's the 3-step follow-up system. Follow-up 1. This is your email 24 to 48 hours later. You can add social proof here. Include customer reviews, testimonials, or user-generated content. People want to see others like them taking action. Follow-up 2. This is your email 3 to 4 days later. You want to address any common objections, handle the most common concerns. Shipping time, return policy, sizing questions, any quality concerns. Remove that friction that prevents purchase. Follow-up 3. This is your email 5 to 7 days later. Create urgency, some last chance reminders with authentic urgency. If you have limited inventory, price increase, or offer expiration, give them a reason to act now instead of later. Each follow-up should provide new value or information. Don't just repeat the same message. Give them a new reason to engage. Share some behind-the-scenes content, customer success stories, or just additional product education. An advanced follow-up strategy you can use is segment your follow-ups. People who clicked but didn't buy get different follow-ups than people who didn't engage at all. You can also use behavior tracking here as well. If someone visits your product page after the first email, send a targeted follow-up about the specific product. You can test different angles here too. Try different emotional appeals, benefits, or urgency tactics in each follow-up. You might be thinking, won't people get annoyed by multiple emails? Here's the truth. People who unsubscribe from valuable, relevant follow-ups weren't going to buy anyways. You want buyers on your list, not just subscribers who never purchased. But none of this matters if you're not tracking the right metric to know what's actually working. Most brands obsess over vanity metrics like open rates and total subscribers while ignoring numbers that actually determine profitability. You can have a 50% open rate and still lose money if you're tracking the wrong things. I'll tell you why most email metrics are misleading. Open rates can be inflated by image loading, click rates don't account for email size, and subscriber count means nothing if those subscribers never buy. The only metric that should matter are the ones directly tied to revenue. Here is what you should track instead. Metric 1, revenue per email sent. This is your total email revenue divided by total email sent. This accounts for list size, deliverability, and conversion all in one number. Metric 2, revenue per subscribers per month. This is your total monthly email revenue divided by average list size. This shows if your list is getting more or less valuable overall time. A healthy e-commerce list can generate up to $1 per subscriber per month. Metric 3, email attributed revenue or percent. What percent of your total revenue come from email marketing? Successful brands typically see at least 25 up to 40% of the revenue coming from email marketing. So if you have low revenue per email, you want to focus on segmentation and also offer optimization. If you have low revenue per subscriber, try to improve your email list quality and engagement. If you have low email attribution, increase send frequency and improve those flows. Advanced tracking strategies. Track customer lifetime value by email acquisition sources. Subscribers from different pop-ups often have different buying behaviors and values. You want to monitor deliverability metrics. If your emails aren't reaching inboxes, all other metrics become meaningless. Set up cohort analysis to see how subscriber value changes over time. Every week, review these 3 questions. Which email generate the most revenue per send? What patterns do you see in your best performing campaigns? And where are the opportunities for improvement? Remember, email marketing is a long-term game. Don't judge success based on individual campaigns. Look at the trend over months and quarters. The brands that win with email are consistent, patient, and always optimizing based on real revenue data. These steps will put you ahead of most brands. But email gets really powerful once it's part of a full growth system. If you want my help building out your email marketing system that will generate up to 30% of your revenue without guessing, book a free strategy call using the link below. And if you want to go deeper, watch this video where I explain how to design professional emails with Figma.